Okay, welcome everybody to Kickin' Brass Podcast. We had a little bit of technical difficulties with the live broadcast, so we are coming to you via Memorex. SHOT Show 2020. Spent most of the day on the floor today, and one thing I've noticed as a SHOT Show veteran here, not the huge influx of new products that normally is at SHOT Show. Seems like some of the manufacturers have used the weeks preceding SHOT Show to unveil their new products. Did find a couple of them today that caught our eye. So with that, we'll start with the first one. The Springfield StBack.
Joe, you played a lot with that gun. What was up with that?
So they had two different variants of it. They had the evac and then they had the PDW. Basically, it's a takedown AR-15 pistol. The evac had a Gearworks or Gearheadworks tailhook, and with a Law Tactical
Folding adapter.
Yeah. Short barrel. What's that barrel length on that, Byron?
5.5.
5.5.
The thing is a tiny package.
It is a tiny package.
Didn't they have a similar one out already on that?
They did. Tactical Life, the TL-15.
Right.
Same concept.
What'd you think of the quality between the two?
I think the Saint had a lot better. It just felt
more solid, huh?
More solid, yeah.
We both play with that gun.
Exactly.
But yeah, it feels a lot more solid than a Law Tactical, but you can't really tell until you take it out and shoot it.
It looks a lot better as well.
Now, is that just a 5.56 caliber on that?
It is just a 5.56 caliber.
Which the Tactical Life has a one up on that.
300 blackout.
Get it in the 300 blackout as well.
I'm sure they'll come out with it with a 300 blackout.
A little bit lower of a price point with the Tactical Life as well.
I didn't catch.
Yeah, I think it was MSRP on the Springfield was like $2,000.
Just under 2,000.
Right,
yeah.
and then $1,500 for the Tac Life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, it depends. Yeah, if you take a look at that package, though, the idea of the whole thing is to be able to take a takedown AR. I mean, it folds down to nothing. I mean, it was fitting in a bag the size of a camera bag.
Right.
So, if you're into that type of thing, it's, kind of a shit hit the fan kind of gun or a truck gun.
Right.
But that's quite a bit of money for a truck gun. But
Absolutely.
I really like the concept, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the concept, and I like the fact that there's another manufacturer that put another one out, so there's some competition there, and you got more than one choice. Although they're darn near identical.
Right.
I like the PDW stock on it myself.
I'm more into the tail hook. I think
it gives it a much more solid feel.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of my favorite braces in the market too, is the tail hook.
Well, we've got some video of Joe messing around with the evac.
Go ahead and roll that.
Yeah, roll that.
Springfield PDW.
That's dope.
Oh, this is the evac. It's got the tail hook.
Sick.
All right, next on the docket today, we stopped by Zev Industries and the OZ9, the modular Glock package they've got.
The really, really cool gun. For people that understand or know about Glocks, they obviously know what Zev is. I don't really care for Glocks that have been quote unquote Gucci'd up. And what I learned today, and something that most people already know, is the Zev is a completely from the ground built up gun. Although it resembles a Glock, it's got absolutely no similarities other than that. The grip angles is exactly like a 1911. It's a whole different modular style of build than a Glock. So instead of me trying to explain what it is, we stopped by the booth. Brian stopped by earlier, and Joe and I stopped by and talked to a couple of their reps, and we got some footage on that, and they'll explain to you a little bit about how the modular package really works, and then give you a little bit of a preview of their lineup for 2020. And we got film of that. Chris, go ahead and roll that. Ready? Hey, we're stopping by the Zev Technologies booth. We're meeting with Andrew, one of the representatives here. Just to give you guys, if you guys know what Glocks are, you know what this product is, we're just coming by because MMP Guns is looking at carrying this product. So we're going to get Andrew to give all the viewers a little demonstration and description of what these things are.
All right. This right here go ahead and start right here just with the full pistol on itself. This is our OZ9 compact.
Okay.
So it's basically the same size as a 19, Glock 19. What makes this truly unique is it has a full steel frame on the inside, and it's completely modular. So what I mean by modular, generally we have a pin right here that you take out.
Right.
Once the pin is taken out, you can disassemble the slide off of it like a normal Glock.
Okay.
And once that pin is out, what really makes this truly modular?
Right up.
This is your firearm right here.
Right.
This is your serialized part. It's full billet steel, stainless steel frame. We mill in-house. This isn't outsourced to anybody. We do this in order to keep all of our tolerances tight and how we want them. From this point, you can add your ZEV trigger in here. It has a permanently affixed locking block, which is built within the frame. Comes with a Picatinny rail as opposed to the Glock rail sections. And what makes this also unique is we have different size grips available. So this is a standard 19 size 15 round grip. We also offer the full size this year, which is a 17 round grip. So essentially you can make like a 19X in essence. Compact frame.
How about the
full-size
34
grip.
for those competitive shooters?
So we also offer this in a standard size, which is a 17 size essentially, which will give you that option for competitive shooters to use a Glock 34.
So, in simply speaking, from the ground up, this is a complete firearm that was developed by us.
Absolutely.
So it's not a Glock, it's been modified.
Nope, it's not a Glock, it's not a 2011. We've spent about 4 or 5 years developing this before we brought it out on the market. One of the things since you brought up with 34s is, another thing that we offer this year, let's put this back in its frame here, and again, like I said, you have one pin that will really lock it down. For the competitive shooters and anybody else that's looking for a longer slide without having to buy a whole new weapon, we have offering this year our L slide and our XL slide for the compact. So essentially, this is a full size, and then this is a 34 size.
Okay, so 17 and 34.
Absolutely. So again, this is a compact size, the size of a 19.
Right.
You can add in the 17 size.
Okay.
Or
34.
you can go all the way to the 34 while maintaining that compact frame.
Wow.
What's the price point on the grip modulars?
Grip module is only MSRP for $60.
Really?
Yep. So we offer
huh?
$60. We offer 3 different colors. You got your black, obviously, right here. You got FDE, and then you have mag.
And they're not coming with the mag mode?
No, because essentially, when you buy the first one, you should have this already. I mean, it's a simple one pin. Push down.
Right on.
Okay. And it should just snap right into this one right here.
Nice.
Slap the pin in and you're good to go.
So how many configurations can you get with one grip module?
One grip module you can do, well now with the compact you have up to 3 different lengths as far as slides.
So you have a 19, a 17, and a 34.
Yes sir.
And the same internal. So
Same internals. You've never changed them. You've never
you
changed
saw how
the
easy
trigger
it
or
was to
anything.
pull that internal
Yep.
piece out. So
The other great thing about this too, what really has an advantage with this system, is your trigger pins and all your internal pins. When you put your grip on, it's all
already
locked
there.
in. So there's no chance for it to walk out or anything
Right.
like that. You don't have to worry about it. It's all encased and encapsulated in the actual grip.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Hey, not
We
a problem,
appreciate
guys.
your time.
Thank you guys for stopping by. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Hey, we're back with Zev. We talked about the internals and the modularity of the system, but we're going to get with Scott. Scott's also a representative of Zev, and he's going to do a quick rundown on the lineup that they have for 2020. Scott, go ahead and take it away, brother.
All right, guys. So first things first, we have OZ9 Standard. This is what we launched last year, 1 year ago at SHOT Show. It's the standard 17 size OZ9. From there, we went to this guy here, which is the competition. Same lower half, but a 34 link top end, right? More of a competition minded. OZ9 Compact. OZ9 Compact is essentially this, right? This is the night sight model. We just did come out with our own night sights this year, so that's new for SHOT 2020. OZ9 Compact is a 19 size gun. So same modularity as the OZ9, but this one is called the Hypercom. The unique feature of it is the ported barrel on the top. A lot of people call this configuration a sight tracker, where the front sight is actually on the end of the barrel.
That's a trim.
Extremely flat shooting gun.
I imagine so.
Does it come with different plates, or is it just the RMR plate?
Everything we have is cut specific for RMR. This is a cover plate.
RMR and a hollow, of course, right?
Yeah, anything with an RMR footprint. So SRO, RMR, and a hollow.
Hey Scott, obviously other than the competition aspect of it, what is it that a person would want this particular platform for other than competition? Why is it better than the Glock?
It's more so than competition. It's everything that you want in a Glock. Reliability, right? With the improved ergonomics, the modularity of the receiver, being able to come out, change the length of your grip. If you want to open carry for a duty situation or a competition, you can do that, and then you can change your grip, and now put it in your appendix holster.
So more
this is
ergonomic and more performance.
extremely attractive looking gun, but obviously not just a Gucci Glock.
Yeah, it's more than just looks. We make things functional first before we do make them pretty. Once they are, there's a reason to do it, we do make it aesthetically pleasing, obviously, right?
And my eyes deceiving me, or is that mimicking a 1911 angle?
The grip angle is 18 degrees, a 1911 grip angle. Correct. The biggest complaint people have with the Glock is the more swept back 23-degree grip angle. We fixed that with something more familiar to people with the 1911.
Thank you very much, Scott, for spending some time with us, sir. Appreciate it. And that's it. We're back at you with something else later.
And as you can see, a completely different gun. It's not, a lot of times in the past couple of years, past 3 or 4 years, we have Glocks that have been, like I said before, Gucci'd up, meaning they basically took a Glock and they just milled out a lot of the slides, put in different barrels, put in different trigger packages, did a lot of stippling kind of thing. It's really doing nothing more than maybe improving the trigger and just making the gun look different. But with Zev Technologies, Joe, what do you think of it, man?
I think it was cool. I really like the fact that you can it's modular, so you can
go 3 barrel lengths on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what's the MSRP on just the grip itself?
So he said $60.
$60.
$60.
So you start out, it's a lot. It's similar to the SIG package in the way that you can just get the grip frame and then build from that. And it's like they were explaining in the film that you saw before. The trigger doesn't have a pin that goes through it. It's already encompassed within the frame, so you're not going to have that shakiness that you might have with when you install a trigger yourself. So I thought that was really cool.
And I tried all 3 grips on that gun, and all of them felt amazing.
Yeah, they did. That 1911, man, it's classic.
Yep.
You're not going to get a better grip angle on a semi-automatic, I don't think, personally, than a 1911 grip. It's classic. It feels great, and it's been around for 100 years for a reason.
The thing I liked about the OZ9, the single pen takedown,
right,
is great, and it's not just a single pen takedown to take the slide out. Single pen takedown, you pull the whole trigger assembly right out of the grip frame, which that's the Glock is a very functional design, but the single pen takedown definitely improves on Gaston's original design.
And like they said, that improves the shooting not just for competitors, but as a self-defense gun, a carry gun.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks good.
Yeah.
And usually when a gun looks good because it's been prettied up, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to perform any better. But I think we got a whole different animal here. So
yeah,
you were thinking about taking some of those products on.
I do. Yeah, we are.
Okay, cool deal.
Absolutely. And last but not least is kind of the popular social media gun, the Lago Alien.
Oh man.
The booth we had to drag Chris from.
Yeah. Chris is digging in.
Could not get him away from that booth.
Although we only got about 3 minutes of footage, he's probably there for an hour. It did a really great job of interviewing the guys. It is what is the manufacturer again? Lago?
Lago.
Right.
Yeah, from
Czechoslovakian.
Czechoslovakian.
The thing about this gun is they're only going to import 500 of them. and they're not bringing it through distributors. It looks like Lancer's going to go ahead and do the sales themselves direct. So it's not going to be an easy gun to get. But if you take a look at the footage that Chris recorded, go ahead and roll that, please.
I'm here with Dave from Lancer, and he's going to show us something a little crazy. What do we got, Dave?
Yep. Hey guys, you're here at the Lancer Systems booth. We are the official U.S. distributor for Laugo Arms. They're a Czech company out of Prague. They've been manufacturing the Laugo Alien pistol now for about a year and a half, and it's been lighting Europe on fire. For a while now, everybody in the U.S. has been clamoring to bring this thing here, and for good reason. This thing is the fastest, flattest, smoothest shooting competition pistol that has ever been produced for a number of reasons. So starting kind of from the top down, the whole design is based around this fixed top rail. So when you actually run the gun, the only part that moves is the side of the slide. So you never lose your sight picture. So whether you're running a red dot or whether you're running traditional conventional iron sights, you never lose sight of your sight picture while the gun is firing. In addition to that, it is the lowest bore axis of any pistol that's ever been produced. So it's actually the bore of the barrel itself sits below the axis of your hand. So all of the recoil impulse goes straight back, and there's almost no muzzle flip whatsoever. Equally as impressive is the whole design is a gas blowback system. So these interchangeable top rails, pull that off, you can see the operating system inside here. So it's a piston-driven gas-operated system. So the piston is pressurized by the round, and it holds the breech closed. There's no locking mechanism on this. So the pressure holds the breech closed. As it depressurizes, it allows the slide to cycle. So the cycle time on this is 0.06 seconds. So it's an incredibly fast gun. So for split times, follow-up shots, everything is very, very fast on it. The trigger system is basically a 1911 style trigger. So it's a very, very short, very crisp trigger break with zero creep, and there's almost no friction in the trigger system. So it's a truly, truly innovative platform.
What kind of mag capacity are we looking at?
So right now their shipping standard is 17-round magazines. We will have limited 10-round magazines available shortly in the next couple of months, as well as everything up to your 140 millimeter magazines and your 170 mil magazines for competition.
Cool. So any plans for possible polymer frames in the future?
Yep, absolutely. So they should be ready later this year. We're hoping to have those for sale within late 2020 or early 2021.
Cool. And finally, what everybody is dying to know, what's the MSRP on these guys?
So MSRP is $5,000 for the initial signature edition. So we're up there with that high-end premium competition pistol, price point wise, but there is no competition when it comes to performance. So that initial signature series is 500 pieces. They're all numbered, limited edition. They bear the signature of the designer on the side of the frame, and that signature edition comes with the pistol itself, two of those fixed top rails, one with the adjustable competition sights and one with the red dot sight. It comes with three 17-round magazines, the adjustable competition holster, and the custom hard case that houses it.
Cool. Well, Dave, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the information.
You got it.
Thank you so much, man.
When we come back to it, we look at it, the way they explain it is when the gun is working on most semi-autos, or virtually all semi-autos, the whole slide is moving back and forth. And here the frame is encompassing the slide, so you don't lose your sight picture when you're shooting it. It just, the middle of the slide, basically moves back and forth, but the frame stays all the same. So man, $5,000 though.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of change.
That's a huge chunk of change, and it's really developed for competition shooters. But a lot of collectors maybe. There's only 500 of them.
There's nothing you can compare it to either. I mean, there's nothing.
How long has that been? Didn't they introduce that at the last SHOT Show, or is it just now?
They've been talking about it for years.
Yeah, it's been always mentioned, but I don't think we've actually had a hard product.
Right. And now they're actually coming out. They're saying 2020. They're actually bringing it to market. It's going to actually hit the floors.
It's going to be a for sure thing.
But other than that, the thing I'm most encouraged about is the SHOT Show has actually grown. I had to wait in line to get registered for, I don't know, at least 30 minutes. And the floor was completely filled. There are a lot of people out, a lot of enthusiastic, fans of the SHOT Show itself, and of course the firearms industry. And although they didn't tease us with a bunch of introductions like they do every year, I thought it was a pretty good presentation. I mean, I didn't see an empty booth.
No, it's if I'm not mistaken, they sell the vendor space out usually about a year in advance, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and this is the biggest show, right? Since in history, don't they usually just go up every year?
Yeah, they just get bigger every year.
So we're going to be back on the floor again tomorrow. Obviously today was just one big walk around to make sure that we capture some of the biggest items. We'll probably get a little bit more detail tomorrow and hit some of the places that we missed, so didn't have an opportunity to talk to them. They were busy today.
Yeah.
We ran into some celebrities.
Yeah.
Joe, who did you talk to?
I talked to, let's see, Hickok 45. We ran into him, which we never see him. I don't know how. He's huge.
He's like 7 foot tall.
Yeah, he makes me feel super short. Who else? Larry Vickers.
Jerry Michalik.
Michalik.
Yeah.
His daughter.
Saw
his
Lucky
wife.
Gunner going up the escalator. We didn't
Yeah.
get a chance to stop him. But these people are really nice for the most part. They're not. Sometimes celebrities get a big ego. They try to fluff off people and they don't talk to them. But virtually everybody in the 2A community, especially the YouTube community, really appreciate those folks that took their time to go ahead and spend some time with us. We're not a huge broadcast yet, right? But at some point, hopefully, we'll be able to get a hold of more and more people. We got a special guest tomorrow, don't we?
We are trying. It's hopefully everything works out according to plan, but we should have a very special guest for tomorrow's episode.
Cool. What do we got planned for tomorrow, guys? I know Byron's going to be. You're going to be busy all day, right?
Busy man.
Be scheduled all day. But Joe, Chris, and myself, we will hit the floor again. Not only do we have guns, we do have some knife manufacturers, so we're going to spend a little time with those guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
And see what they got coming out to market this year.
So, end of the day, favorite gun of the day?
My favorite gun of the day has to be the Zev. For me, it's just because I've always thought of it as one of those guns that are just a worked up Glock. I never realized it was completely built from the ground up by Zev with their own parts and their own manufacturing. And the gun really functions well. I haven't shot it yet, but from just playing around with it, you can tell the quality's there. Obviously the MSRP is a little bit higher than the Glock, a lot higher than the Glock. But I think you're really getting your money's worth there. You're not just getting looks and you're not just getting a shiny gold barrel or whatever the case may be.
Well, I was thinking about it with the Zev, and, if you took a Glock,
Right.
did the stippling, did the mag well, did the trigger, did the barrel, did all the internal springs, guide rod, you're not far off in price.
We talked about that, with the POF revolution. We said we couldn't build a gun like that for that price. Whereas this gun, if you took a Glock, like you said, and built it up, you'd have to spend the same amount of money. So.
And you don't have, and you still don't have a gun with the cool modular design that the Zev's got.
Exactly, and this one's built from the ground up.
Yeah.
So that's why that's my favorite gun too, as far as function's concerned. But my favorite looking gun had to be the Trump DE50, right?
So you just stole my thunder.
I saw you eyeing that, man. You get a couple of those in the shop, right?
Yeah, we got a couple on the way.
All right, right on. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, what was your favorite gun?
I
Joe?
actually liked the Alien, the Lago.
That was you?
But I liked it. Well, Chris loved it, but I liked it.
You are a gun snob, man. $5,000.
I
You
liked
live
it.
in large,
I was
big
going to
boy.
buy it.
But all in all, man, I thought it was a great day. I mean, we're beat up. We're tired. We cover a lot of ground. Byron's walking on a bum leg, dude, and he is running all over the place, man. He was killing us.
Yeah.
We couldn't keep up with him.
We chased them for like 2 miles.
Chris, are we going to go with the Alien for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude.
Alien, hands down.
Yeah. Why do you love that gun so much?
It was nice to see something completely new, different, that wasn't gonna just be a piece of crap later. I mean, it's definitely got some potential to change what competition guns can be, and it was just cool to see something so off the wall and bizarre. I mean, yeah, the price sucks, but it's good. It's something cool.
Right on. Well, hey, don't forget to say big shout out to all the people that attended the Virginia Assembly. What was
Lobby Day.
Lobby Day? Right. I'm tired. I forgot what it's called. But it's awesome to see a tremendous amount of people show up, and there was no violence. And you know what? What did you say, Byron, about what's so cool about it?
They even cleaned up their trash.
They cleaned up their own trash, man. You don't see that happening very much in today's society. It's a very, very important point that we're at in our history. So we on the East Coast, we had the Virginians doing what they do, and it was a fantastic thing. And then on the West Coast out here, we've got a celebration and introduction of guns and a big, huge, basically coming out party for 2020 for the gun manufacturers. So, I think it was a good couple days all around.
One of the things I wanted to say earlier, but I forgot to say, was I loved the fact that it shoved it in the media's face with the Virginia thing. How they were saying it was going to be, nothing but a bunch of white supremacists and crazy gun people, and you had 10,000 guns in a 3 square mile area, not one incident of violence or something, going bad.
But, however, in Chicago, there were 7 shootings, just saying,
Right.
Great.
Exactly.
How's gun control work again?
Yeah, exactly.
So, with that, we will wrap up today, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Have a good night, y'all.
Have a good
Thanks
night.
for hanging in there with us.